Hi, and welcome back to Bedecked in the Burbs. I'm Beck, and today we are going to be talking all about belts. I'm not wearing a belt right now because we are going to go through what different types of belts can do for an outfit and what belts are in or out, if that is even a thing. Like I said, I'm not wearing a belt right now because we are going to pick out a belt together. My belt storage is right here in this little basket. This is how I have them all stored. I majorly downsized from the belts I did have, so I have a lot fewer options than I used to, but we're gonna go through, pick out a belt for this outfit and see how it changes it. Without a belt, untucked is in general the most casual way to wear a shirt and pants. I don't know if you've seen the videos for wearing versus styling. This would be just wearing the clothes. I put the shirt on, I put the pants on, I am wearing the clothes. So now we are going to tuck in the shirt and add a few different belts and style the outfit for different looks. So the first belt I'm going to try is I have this braided belt. So obviously this is a blue and white striped shirt. It's kind of nautical anyway. So we are going to lean into the nautical with a white braided belt. Whether you go with a skinny belt, whether you go with a thick belt, it kind of depends on preference and body type. But high-waisted, like trouser pants, the trousers that are in right now or whatever, the wide leg or straight leg even, are the perfect pants to try different belts with because they generally hit at your waist or just below, and you can really play with a lot of different things. Okay, so this is look number one. This gives it kind of a more slightly dressed up look, but definitely still kind of casual and nautical because it is a white braided belt. Not that we're styling whole outfits today, but if I wanted to lean into the nautical even more, I could maybe put a, I don't have a boat shoe, but you could definitely wear a boat shoe with it, or just a white sneaker would be good, or maybe a loafer, to kind of lean into the preppiness and of the look. All right.
That is not preppy.
Preppy. My almost 10-year-old has informed me this is not preppy because preppy has changed definitions since when we were a kid. So the next one we are going to do a more menswear look to lean into the trouser of it all. I'm going to do black. I'm going to do black with brown. This is kind of a brown, kind of a purple raisiny color, so I think black does work with it. You can wear black with brown. If you want it not to look like a mistake, you can just put another black piece on. Like if I wore black shoes with it, it's like, oh, well, of course, she's matching her belt to her shoes. That makes sense. Okay, so this belt gives it a more, I think this might even be a men's belt that I got from Gap or something like this. So from here you could add a menswear blazer to it. I think I've done that before. Again, this is actually a men's blazer. It's not just a menswear blazer. And then I don't love this with the blue striped shirt as much, but I have worn this pretty much the same outfit with like a white t-shirt before and liked that a lot. And then I could do even more menswear and put it with like this also men's loafer, or make it girlier and maybe put it with this that has like the black and the brown in it to kind of incorporate both that in. And I don't think stripes and leopard is a bad pattern matching option if you ask me. I think it kind of goes. So that is belt number two, a completely different look from belt number one. I do have a purple though. Oh, this would be another idea. So like I said, these are kind of a grapey purple color. So I could bring out the purple in the pants and wear this purple velvet belt with it too for kind of more of a fun, playful look. Yeah, that's fun. And then, I don't know what shoes I wear with it. One time I did an all purple look and I wore these shoes. Or for a fun option, you could add like a sparkly purple sneaker. Now this chain belt is a little challenging to wear with pants because there's this section that goes down. So maybe I just won't utilize all the belt loops. I generally wear this with dresses, but I do think it can work with pants too. So then this is kind of a dressier, edgier look depending on what you do for shoes. Again, you could go with something a little fashiony and do like a pointed toe leopard, or go into the vacation look and do a sandal. This would have worked with the rope belt too. A gold sandal would be even better, or like a dressier sandal like these ones I have, that would work. Or do really fancy and do gold on gold. Doesn't really work with the blue, but you could change out the shirt. So obviously belts are a valuable accessory to add personality or change the tone of the outfit, but of course they can also just be used for function. Like if your pants are too big, you're gonna put on a belt. I've seen a lot of people like intentionally buy a bigger pair of pants, or maybe buy a men's size pants, and then just put them at their waist or wherever they want them to sit and cinch it in with a belt. So then you have the baggier pants that are in right now, but it still fits at the waist because you have belt in it. If you buy a pair of pants that fit, that you really like, but they don't fit your waist for one reason or another, of course adding a belt would work for that. For example, I got these Veronica Beard jeans on the RealReal. They're really cute, but for some reason, I know my waist size, but for some reason I thought a bigger waist would fit anyway. So they look great everywhere else, but they're just too big in the waist. So I just add a belt. Ideally, where should your belts hit? I mean, I think that is less of a discussion about belts and a discussion about waistline. Belts are either going to help you either create a waist or define a waist, of course. So you want a belt that fits you around your waist or around where you are creating a waist. And it would also be good to have belts that maybe fit you a little below your waist for pants that are lower waist, but you need to either add some style to it or need to help keep them up or whatever. I'm just going to change into these jeans so we can see a belt with the jeans too. Alright, so with these jeans I need to use the belt to solve a problem. They're tight. They're actually tight in the thighs, but okay, that's the look. Fit fine everywhere else, but we have a little waist gap here that doesn't look that bad now, but they're so stretchy that I know it's going to get worse throughout the day. That's the thing with some jeans. I mean, you think they're great when you first put them on, but you know by the end of the day they're going to be like creeping down your legs. Oh, and I don't know if you saw this with the last when I put this belt on, but on a couple of my belts I have had to put some extra punches in, which is an option. You can buy a leather punch, you can have someone do it for you. I think I just used like a drill, my husband's drill or something like that. So there's a lot of different options. It could have been cleaner, but I can't tell. It's not too bad. But I also have used a little bit of a hack or whatever. I find that since I've made the belt tighter, this part hangs out a lot farther than I want it to sometimes. So I just grabbed a black hair tie and I tucked the end of the belt into the hair tie. And I don't know, I don't think anyone's noticed. I think it looks fine. It's the same color as the belt, so it's okay. Let's find a belt that'll work with these pants. This is a random leather belt I picked up at the state fair, actually, Wisconsin State Fair. So now my pants are secure and I do not have to worry about them falling down throughout the day. No more waist gap, perfect. And this really used to bug me, but like another reason to tuck in, it's like sometimes maybe this belt bump doesn't bug you too much. I mean, of course there are options for that. You can get, there are some, I think on Amazon, if you need to keep your pants up but you want to wear your shirt out, like out of necessity you need that, there are some like low profile kind of elastic belts that you can put on that will not create this like belt bump if that bugs you. But you can also, if you're into it, if you're into that, you can also just tuck your shirt in so you can kind of see the belt, or of course just do a front tuck if you just want to see a little bit of the belt. If you're wondering what's more in style or what's less in style, there's not any type of belt that will make you look incredibly dated. I think it's really more the way you wear it. The bigger belts you don't see as much anymore. However, those still work. It really just depends on what you wear them over. For example, like back in the day, in the early 2000s, we were belting everything. Belting shirts, belting dresses, and just throwing a big old belt around her waist. That was in like the 2010s. And in like the early 2000s, like 1999, 2000, everyone was wearing like the low slung, really big belts. So a big belt could still look dated if you wear it in one of those two ways. Like if you wear a big belt over a tight dress or a tight skirt, or just over like a shirt like this, or over like a cardigan and like a belt in the middle, that is going to look a little dated. However, there's still ways to do it. You can still belt a blazer. I've done it before. I've belted blazers. I think it looks really nice. So whether you want to put a skinny belt on or a like normal standard, I mean, this is a pretty classic belt. I don't think anyone would think it was necessarily out of style or anything, but there's not anything inherently stylish about it too. It's just a very classic, workable belt. There's nothing wrong with a classic belt like this. I mean, this one has some embroidery on it, so it can go a little Western, but hey, if that's what you're going for. Of course, you can always find a belt from your favorite brand. I got this Ferragamo one secondhand, but you don't have to go designer either. They have similar things. This one's from Target. If you want like a little bit of a design in front, a little bit of visual interest. If you are wondering like where you should wear your belt, that's really determined by your rise of pants, which is a whole different conversation, and that really depends on, you know, your body type and what looks best on your body type and everything, which is a conversation we can have if you are interested. Yeah, belting pants. What else can you say about belting pants? I don't know. It's a way to look more polished and complete an outfit. Okay, I did want to show you belting a blazer quick, and then I want to talk quick about belting dresses, because I love to belt a dress and I think it's a good conversation to have too. So I've worn this blazer belted before. This is my Halston, part of my Halston suit. I happen to have two different purple belts, one you saw earlier, and this one has a little bow on it, which is kind of cute. So I like adding this with the blazer sometimes to really accentuate the waist and add something to the outfit. Now, if you're already wearing one on your pants, probably can't also wear one on your waist. So you got to pick one or the other, or maybe wear the really low profile elastic belts and cover it with your shirt, because two belts might make you look a little extra in a bad way. All right, I'm going to throw on a dress and talk a little about belting dresses. So I have this shirt dress on from Kohl's. As you can see, it is pretty shapeless. So some people can wear it like this and look perfectly fine. I think when I wear dresses like this, or any dress that doesn't have a waist, I just look like I'm ready for bed or something. So I don't love like dresses without waistlines. So I'm going to fix that. This dress comes with a self belt. I almost never, I don't want to say never because that's crazy, but I don't usually use the belt the dress comes with. I think it's a good option if you want to go, I don't know, really casual or anything. Like if I was just wearing this with like, a pair of sandals, like a pair of flip-flops or sneakers or anything, I might wear the self belt. But I just think it's way more interesting if you put this aside and add your own belt. So there's nothing wrong with this look. It looks way better than it did before, but I think we can improve upon things by adding a different belt. What do you think?
Tie it into a bow.
Tie it into a bow. Okay. My little helper here said tie it into a bow. So it's definitely a look. It works. It's a little more casual. It would work with a pair of sneakers or a pair of flip-flops or anything, but it just doesn't add a whole lot to the outfit. I think we can do better. So let's try some belts on with this. Let's try on some different belts and see what we can come up with for this one. Now I was saying big belts aren't necessarily in, but you can make a big belt work with a dress. Just make sure you're not wearing it with a tight dress. Like this belt is kind of, maybe not the most modern style. It was what people were wearing over their tight dresses. No? Okay. But I mean, it's an option. It doesn't look great with this dress, but I could see this with like a floral dress with black accents in it. Yeah, she's nodding. Like with a floral dress with like a black background, this would look really great. So this one I would probably do with like a matching brown or cognac shoe, like perhaps this one from Lucky Brand. Yeah, that would be good. You don't always have to match your belt to your shoes. That is a good standard, a good guideline to start with if you aren't sure what would work. I mean, in the fall, I could also pair this with a cognac boot. That would work as well. This one still has drywall on it. Cognac boot, that would work as well. Need to clean those. Or we could do the more casual nautical coastal look again and do the braided white belt. That would work here too. And then do this with like a chunky sandal or a sneaker or something like that, or a boat shoe. One other option for a dress or a skirt is to use a scarf. I think when I went to when I went to Italy, thank you, I saw a very chic Italian woman do this. So then I immediately did it too, is to just use a scarf as a belt as well. I think I did this scarf, oh, I know when I did this scarf. I'll pop up a picture. I did this scarf with this dress for a wine tasting, and it made a lot more sense. I brought, I believe, 3 dresses on my trip to Italy, and the way I dressed it up is I brought this chain belt with, and I just put it with every single dress I brought. So thank you for watching Bedecked in the Burbs. I hope you got some belt ideas today. What was your favorite look? If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, consider subscribing, and turning on those post notifications so you can be alerted right when I post a new video. Thanks, I will see you next week for whatever I decide to deck out next. Bye.